नमस्कार. प्रुडंटाच्या बजेट स्पेशल कार्यक्रमाक तुमकां येवकार. मुख्यमंत्री पार्सेकार दुसरे बजेट मांडटा आसतना सरप्रायझिंगली पहिल्याच फावट गोंयच्या इतिहासाक ताणें इकॉनॉमीक सर्वे टेबलाचेर मांडिल्लो ना. विधानसभेंत काल इकॉनॉमीक सर्वे आयिल्लो ना. इकॉनॉमीक सर्वेची बेज नासतना पहिल्याच फावट सरकार बजेट मांडटा. हे बजेट ताजे फुडें कितें जातलें, फाटल्या बजेटाचें कितें जालें आनी आज अर्थवेवस्थेची परिस्थिती कितें आसा, ताजेर उपाय कितें, सरकारान फुडें फावटी बजेट जे आज सांजे प्रेजेंट करता सरकार, ताजो फोकस कितें आसचो, कितें आसपाक जाय, ह्या सगळ्या गजालींचेर आमी चर्चा करतले. पूण ताजे पयलीं एक बारीकसो पळोवया रिपोर्ट की फाटल्या बजेटाचें सरकाराच्या आज कितें जालें. Parsecar-led government's first budget has hit a roadblock before a halfway mark. 13,000 crore worth budget targeted a revenue of 9,900 crores, but the actuals may touch 8,400 crores. The capital plan worth 3,200 crores has seen an enforcement of just around 1,000 crores, as the government has preferred to curtail its borrowings to 950 crores till date, posing an uncertainty over the rest of 70% plan. The accumulated borrowings and the public account debt has touched 16,000 crore mark, making Goinkar a lakpati borrower. While the CM Parsekar is set to present his second budget, watch Budget Panchnama.
It's a year end now, and Finance Minister Lakshmikant Parsekar's half of the budget plan lost its way. He took almost 2.5 hours to present 13,000 crore budget last year. However, tabled almost 1,200 crore less. 11,800, that is with a 10% budget deficit. Government had set a target of 9,900 crores including tax, non-tax, central grants and the share in the central taxes. But the revenue doesn't seem crossing a figure of 8,400 crores. Deficit of almost 1,500 crores. Government targeted revenue of 830 crore per month, but somehow it receives only 700 crores. That is 130 crore shortfall per month. The situation is reflected in the commercial tax. Target was 3,000 crores, but may touch a maximum of 2,700 crores, 10% below the target. Now have a look at the fate of plan in the budget. 3,121 crore of capital plan. This plan cannot be enforced without borrowings, while the proposed revenue plan is worth 3,042 crore. Revenue is almost 1,500 crore less. Government has borrowed till date only 950 crores for a capital plan of 3,121 crores. Even assuming that no borrowings are utilized for monthly salaries, pensions, still 70% plan would not be enforced. With this, almost 60% of the proposed budget is gone for toss. Now, have a look. Parsekar announced 13,000 crore budget. However, the enforcement would likely be at a maximum of 9,000 crores. But look at the state of the debt and liabilities. Borrowings and public account debt figures has crossed 16,000 crores, of which 11,000 crores are borrowings from the market and the union government, and rest 5,000 is a public accounts debt. That means each of the 15 lakh Goans is a lakpati borrower. Though in an election year the economy is not in a position to support additional populistic schemes, government will prefer to somehow back the existing ones, as it would be risky to stop populistic schemes or even trim the beneficiaries in an election year. Now the question is whether government will ex the manufacturing and service sector to meet the financial needs, or will prefer a fiscal discipline. Though inflationary, it will rise a petroleum VAT further, or will auction the iron ore and manage the year-long show somehow. Will it be innovative in additional resource mobilization or prefer routine tax and tariffs hike? Wednesday will clear it all. Bureau Report, Prudent.
मुख्यमंत्री पार्सेकाराच्या पहिल्या बजेटाची आतांच ताजेर आमी रिपोर्ट पळयलो तो ताजी सद्या परिस्थिती कितें जाल्या. रेवेन्यू इज ऑलमोस्ट डावन बाय 1,500 crores. प्लॅन एक्झिक्युशन अनदर डावन बाय इट्स बिलो ऑलमोस्ट 50%. आणि the debts are going high. Debts have almost touched 16,000 crores. That's 1,06,000 crores per capita debt for a Goan. lakh per capita debt for a Goan. ह्या परिस्थितीचेर आज मुख्यमंत्री पार्सेकार दुसरें बजेट मांडटा. ह्या बजेटाचें कितें जातलें, फाटल्या बजेटाचें कितें जालें, अर्थवेवस्थेची परिस्थिती किती, आनीक नवें बजेट मांडलें जाल्यार ताका इकॉनॉमी सपोर्ट कशे तरेन करतली काय ना, ह्या सगळ्या गजालींचेर चर्चा करपा खातीर आमचे बरोबर आसात 4 पॅनलिस्ट, सामके नामनेचे पॅनलिस्ट. तातले पयले रिटायर्ड IAS ऑफिसर, गोवा सरकाराचे आनीक गोंयचे भाग्यविधाते भाऊच्या तेंपावेले पयले चीफ सेक्रेटरी JC आल्मेद बाब. दुसरे आमचे बरोबर आसात विनायक दत्ता, ते इकॉनॉमीक एडवायझर आनी इकॉनॉमिस्ट ऑल्सो, बरेपैकी एनालिसीस करपी, हांचें मार्गदर्शन ह्या डिबेटाक मेळटलें. तिसरे आमी सगळे वळखतात TTAGचे चेअरमॅन राल्फ बाब डिसोजा आणि इकॉनॉमिस्ट राजेंद्र बाब काकोडकर. सगळ्यात पयलीं JC बाब, द गव्हर्मेंट इज गोईंग अहेड विथ द बजेट विथआउट अ इकॉनॉमिक सर्वे. How do you look at it as a bureaucrat?
I don't expect better administration than this when we don't have a regular chief secretary. This government is running the administration with very junior officers. Now you can see administration in 1915 has reached to number 9.
Yeah.
And when the administration is in low ebb, you can't expect much from the government.
But is this placing an economic survey, is it a statutory obligation or it is a convention?
You see,
because it should be it is a base of the budget.
It is always a convention, because to produce that economic survey before the budget, so that the people are able to assess what is going to be the budget and what have been done in the past.
Yeah.
It shows the trend of the budget, future budget, and
state
the trend of the economic development which have taken place till then, so that people can judge.
Datta Bab, how do you look at this? State is going ahead with a budget. The economic survey is a base of every figure in the budget. The debt raising, whether it's a revenue, the planning of schemes, everything has to be based on the economic survey. And government is going ahead with the budget without an economic survey. How do you look at it as an economist?
Excellent question. You see, the founders of the Constitution in 1950, they put in a line in the Constitution that the government shall put before the House a statement of financials for the year. A statement of financials for the year. That's all which is written in the Constitution. Now, so the budget, deriving from that, the budget has two functions basically. One is the actual financials of last year, and the other is what you are planning for the next year. Where do you want to go? Now, without the actuals of the last year, you can't have a plan because you don't know where you're standing. That's number one. Number two is, so that the budgeting process does not become too cumbersome, over the years, primarily by the Nehru administration, there was a custom of placing the actuals through the economic survey, which came 2 days ahead of the union budget. And in the economic survey, which Goa also used to do till last year, I think this is the book, it's a burly big book, and that book contains is supposed to contain the actuals of last year. Okay? Facts, not praising or patting yourself, it's the actuals of last year. Now, I must confess, Suresh, in my 45 years of financial career, I haven't found a task which is more complicated than uncoding, decoding the Goa numbers, because you don't find numbers anywhere. In the economic survey, you'll get the numbers of death in ages, cars registered in Vapsa.
That is also not complete.
That's not complete. And the budget which is uploaded vanishes. After 3 months, you don't find it. Today, you won't find last year's budget anywhere in the Goa portal.
So what will be the fate of this budget today now, which is going without any such figures, any such actual figures and ways? What do you think will be the fate?
Yeah, but before that, let me add a thing here about the very basic mechanism of how we understand a budget is that you will find that, let's for 1 second go back to the first budget of this government, first budget 4 years ago of this government. What did it say? I brought this little paper with me, and it says it promised 12 bridges. The first bridge, Zuari Bridge, was to be completed in 36 months. Completed in 36 months from 1st April 2012. It's not even started today after 4
Yeah,
years.
we'll come
So
to those.
the
We'll
issue
come to
is
those figures.
When we see the budget, we are not able to make any substance of the
We are going to discuss this aspect because the debt is almost 16,000 crores. Where they have utilized this 16,000 crores, we are going to analyze that also. मग राजेन बाब सांगा मातशे फेट तुमकां कितें दिसता ही परिस्थिती? पयले फावटी सरकारान ही परिस्थिती हाडली अशी इकॉनॉमिक सर्वे नासतना.
परिस्थिती हाडल्या काय मुद्दम केला म्हणून तें कळना. कित्याक
Maybe.
एक डिपार्टमेंट अख्खें आसा स्टॅटिस्टिकल
पॉलिटिकल रिएक्शन तरी काल तशें आयलां की सरकार लिपयता.
DPSC अख्खें डिपार्टमेंट आहा ताजें काम तें तितलेंच न्ही.
बरोबर.
चूक डेटा असली जाल्यार कोता येता पूण एटलीस्ट डेटा मान न्ही.
बरोबर.
ह्यो सगळी पोरूची आसता डेटा करेक्ट आसता अशी ना. ती सगळी एसम्पशन असतात. 3-4 वर्स पयलींची करेक्ट आसूं शकता, लेटेस्ट आसची ना. पूण एटलीस्ट कित तरी बेजीस जाय जाचेर वी कॅन इवॅल्युएट अवर स्वॉट एनालिसिस.
We'll go ahead with this thought. Let us look at this slide. This is a Times of India report, India Today report. India Today report, they come out with state of the states every year, and Goa used to boast of this award every time because they used to get either a first or a second position. But look at the position now, 2013, 2014 and now 2015, full tenure of this government. Look at the trend. You will find it's down from 1 to 9 position in overall progress. The investment is down from 1 to 8. 8 means out of the 10 small states, it's at the 8th number. It's almost at the end of the 10 states. Microeconomy, it's down from 1 to negative. Agriculture, it's stabilizing maybe because of the stimulus the government is pumping in. You don't know whether it will sustain or not if we withdraw the stimulus. Then around all-round development, it's down to 8. Again we'll consider this 16,000 crores of debt, and we see all-round development, the state has fallen to 8th number. This is in the small states, not considering the big states. Infra development, it's down from 1 to 8. And in environment violations, people speak about, NGOs speak, it's down from 1 to 10. That's the last number it can have. And the administration, it's 6 to 9. Education, courtesy Bhau, it's sustaining in education still, Bhau Bandodkar. And health also, it's at 2 number. That's the only plus thing. I want your, JC Bab, what's this? I want your
I will
comment on
start
this
with this
situation.
administration.
Where are we spending? We are spending lots of money, okay. Almost 700 crores a month. Where are we spending if this is the situation?